Hi guys, this is Jerry, welcome to the channel. This is the Xiaomi SU7, or some people may call it SU7. This is the first Xiaomi electric vehicle in China right now. It's been so controversial on the Chinese market. It's been a massive hit for the Chinese market as well. Today we're having a quick look around just to show you how the vehicle looks like. From the exterior, this is a big sedan or saloon vehicle. This particular vehicle is the lower spec. The further end vehicle are the higher spec. I want to show you the lower spec just to see how crazy this car is. The overall length of the vehicle is just under 5 meters long with the wheelbase over 3 meters. Can you believe how crazy that wheelbase is? This is a proper mid to large size sedan with heaps of space inside. The width of this vehicle is just under 2 meters. Again, that's massive as well. So from the exterior, just a lot of sloping roofline, big chunky alloys. You can option it to 19 to 20, something like that. This particular one is 19 inch, I believe. At the front, striking headlights with the Xiaomi logo on the center. So this is quite different. Some people think it looks quite close to the Porsche. I'm not sure. You tell me in the comment down below. Anyway, the exterior looks really cool. This particular version is the standard version, where if you see the top spec, if we zoom in, you will see the LiDAR sensor on the top. So that will offer you a lot of autonomous emergency features, things like that, where this particular vehicle is just a standard radar sensors, but it's still more than enough for using the roads. This is how the charging port looks like. Fast and slow charger are available on this particular vehicle. You get 800 volt platform on the higher spec, the max model, where the standard model, which is this one, is built on 400 volt platform. That means around 150 kilowatts of power charging, but the higher spec is crazy. You can get up to about 300 something kilowatts of fast charging on the higher spec if you need. And at the back, just the running through tail lights, LED shape, which is pretty cool. Xiaomi on the top, SU7, and the Chinese version of the Xiaomi underneath. Press this button, that's electric tailgate, which is available on all standard vehicle. Now we're getting more than 600 liters boot space combined with the tray and also additional storage underneath. So yeah, that's useful, certainly very useful for medium to large size sedan like this. It's not as useful as some of the lift bags or anything like that because the sloping roofline, but it's not all bad at all. At the front, that's 105 liters of Frunk space. That's again more than enough for anyone's needs, but this is very large. This is one of the largest I've ever seen on an electric vehicle. Right at the front, you see the Xiaomi design with its motor. So this motor produces 220 kilowatts on this single motor variant, 400 Newton meters torque. That's massive for the size of this vehicle. And here is how the rear seats looks like. This particular version, just the standard vinyl leather seats. You can option to Napa leather if you need. You can even change colors, white and whatever you like. This gets red stitchings. Material quality is okay, but the seat base is quite long. Let's step in. So good amount of leg room. Toe room is okay. It's not superb, but it's okay. On the top, we get the panoramic glass. So this is the big glass for standard. Headrooms are okay. I'm not touching the glass roof, but it's something someone is taller than me, like 6 inch, will probably touch the sunroof. Depends on how you value it. But sitting position is still okay. In front of me, there's a large sort of adults, and that's fine. My leg rooms are still okay. I've got tons of space. The center console is really good. You get run-through console, center console, and there's no tunnel in between. USB-C charging at the back, air vents at the back, pretty standard. The material quality on the doors are really good. Soft finish over here, wooden finish over here, leather finish, and leather finish underneath. I don't think they're genuine leather, but it's still good quality. Closing door, let's give it a try. Pretty solid. Felt like a Model 3, to be fair. Yeah, not bad at all. Electric door handles, but in case you have trouble opening the electric doors, don't worry, the manual lever is just down there underneath. You see the frameless doors, that's really cool as well. They are all UV protection as well, so over 99% of UV protection, whatever you need, that's all coming from the factory. That's a good plus. And on the side, the door handles are flush door handles, but you go inside to open the door handle. This is very similar to the Volkswagen ID range. I personally quite like it, that's good. On the side, you get cameras and NFC card readers. The card readers are cool. The cameras help with the Sentry mode if you need to use that. Now we're finally back on the driver's seat. I do apologize for the noise around. It's just been so busy with this vehicle. In front of us, we actually get a pop-up display over there. So that display, when you switch on the vehicle, that flicker around. So to change that display, this is a 7.1-inch display. Looks cool. In case you don't like it, you can go to the higher spec, get the full premium heads-up display, but this is totally fine for most people's use. In the center, we get a 16-inch display. It's gigantic, it's super responsive. It's of course designed by Xiaomi. In case you don't know the Xiaomi already, this is a big tech company that do smartphones, speakers, wireless wears, things like that, even up to appliances, all that things. They do everything from everything you can imagine. And what's cool about this screen and all the Xiaomi designs, you actually get holes underneath. So that means you can mount different accessories under here, on the top, on the side things like that. And Xiaomi has gone through the third-party companies, given them authorities, given them dimensions, so they can design a lot of things. So you will see all these cars on the road through different personalizations among all these things, and that's the cool part of it. In terms of other designs, it's all very smooth, easy to control. You can change these panels over here. You can enlarge this panel if you want. Again, you get voice command through the Xiaomi assistants. Let's say, 小爱同学，关闭空调。关闭了。Just like that. Aircon is off. You can do a lot of things, not just aircon and things like that. You could do a swipe down, you could do an adjustment. There are so many things. In terms of steering, this is a nice, close to flat bottom steering with a nice round logo, things like that. Gear shifter is on the right, indicator windscreen wiper is on the left. We get the facial, so the detection things, and behind the steering, some direct buttons on here, and direct buttons for your the safety drivings and driving mode. You change it, it gives you a small notification sound, and it's all cool. It's all quite nice as well. In terms of battery, even this lower spec gets 73 kWh battery. That means the CLTC cycle range on this particular version is over 600 kilometers. That means under WLTP should get at least 450 to 480 kilometers. And again, that's more than enough. If you want the more performance and power, you can go to the higher range. Maybe I'll do a video in the future for those vehicles. But yeah, even this is good value for its price. I'll leave the price down below so you can see the price conversions between each of the spec. In terms of the center console, we get wireless charging pad, push button start, some direct buttons over here, but on some other vehicles, you get different buttons. This is the basic trim again. Cup holders, ambient lightings around the doors, very nice storage console underneath, plus another storage over here. So yeah, that's more than enough. That's really, really cool design. And that's it. That's the Xiaomi SU7. This is the basic trim, of course. What do you think? Do you like this car? Do you want this car to be in your country? Let me know in the comment. I'd love to see this vehicle in the right-hand drive in the New Zealand, Australian market. Let's be honest, it's not going to happen until a few years down the track, or it may not even happen in the future, but this big tech company is going to produce more cars than this. This is only their first production vehicle. You'll see more on the road, and I'd love to see it more on the road as well. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you do not forget to subscribe and like. That would be really, really helpful for the channel. As always, I'll see you next video.